Okay, so it's time for another vlog, to start up another vlog entry. Um, I had a pretty devastating day today. Um, I said in the first vlog of this year, because my last vlog entry started off with crisis. Um, but I said in my first vlog of the year that I predicted a, at least a couple of really hard months ahead before things start looking up, and I have so far been correct in that prediction. But today, I can't really talk about it, but I feel like I need to say this now so that it's not coming out of nowhere when I can talk about it. Just that I had a pretty devastating day today. Um, And the reason I can't talk about it is because of other people, and I have to make some very hard decisions regarding certain people. And in addition to finding a solution to the problem, I have to decide how honest I can be on this YouTube channel and how much I actually care about making other people look bad who hurt me in life-altering ways. So, just to put it in context, and I want to say, don't let this freak you out, but honestly, it's bad. Because what I was going to say is, today was the emotional equivalent of receiving a diagnosis of a terminal illness. I was not diagnosed with a terminal illness, but it is the emotional equivalent to me. And I wanted to kind of soften that by saying it's not really that bad, but that would not be true. I had a very devastating day today, but I worked out, I ate, I am about to have a conversation with Matt about the two of us possibly starting a podcast together. So I'm trying to be forward thinking and not give up. I'm trying to keep moving forward. And I will, I'll have to see how this devastating day plays out over time. But what the impact is going to look like, before I can it's going to get to the point where I'm going to tell you what it's a kind of a when I can't avoid telling you some of it, I will, and I want to tell you everything right now, but I am respecting other people's something. I don't know. Anyway, moving ahead, I'm going to talk to Matt. Hopefully get in a better headspace, because I don't have time to be crushed right now.
Hello.
Hello. How are you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
No. Wait, yes. I can hear you
Testing.
just fine.
Testing.
Just fine.
BRB. Grabbing thing. Thing has been grabbed.
Oh, good.
Now we can start this meeting.
Right. Well, the reason I wanted to have this meeting was to let you know that I'm not wearing any pants. Actually, okay, good. But remind me of that if I stand up to get something, say, hey, remember you're not wearing pants. I want to stay focused-ish so that, yeah, because it's specific, because I'm continually trying to find ways to expand my author platform for like working with other people and stuff. And a podcast is something I don't have. That's a place I can cast a wider net. So like whether you're into doing one or not, it's something I'm going to be looking at doing. But I just thought it would be natural and easy to do one with you. And I have an idea I can pitch you, like a specific like title format kind of thing. But I don't want to do that straight away because I want to make it clear when I'm talking about doing a podcast with you, it's not like having you on Conversations in Sunglasses. It would be our podcast. It wouldn't be my podcast that you are helping me with. So like I can pitch you something, but it's like I'm not married to it. It's just something to start with if you don't have any ideas. But what I want to do is something that works for both of us, that is, both of us having a creative expression kind of thing. And it would help your platform too, because, your band isn't really that active right now, but that doesn't mean you're not going to have things come up and you're not going to even maybe do something with a different band, and you'll have like a platform is where you have an audience where you can say, so we're doing this, my band is doing this kind of stuff. So it would be potentially mutually beneficial. And if not, it would just be fun. Like that's the other thing too. Like I don't want to do this with you if it's going to interfere with our friendship in any way. Like if it's going to take anything away from our friendship, like I don't want doing a podcast with you to replace hanging out and talking all night or talking on the phone. Like if we can, it's kind of like an expansion pack. Like if our friendship can handle a podcast expansion pack, then I want to do it, as long as it's an addition to our friendship and not turning our friendship into a business relationship. And that's pretty much all I need to say up front. Thoughts?
Okay, so I drew two things out of that. Is you do have a pitch in mind,
Right.
At least a vague idea of one.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing is my overall, like, how do you say, unfamiliarity
Mm-hmm.
with the format of podcasts in general. I don't listen to podcasts.
Right.
Or I guess watch them as well.
Yeah, I only take them in on YouTube pretty much.
Yeah, so I don't really know how you do podcast, but as far as the expansion pack thing is, to me right now it just sounds fun. My main thing is like it doesn't even sound like this is going to be business at all.
Right, that's what I want. It's like,
for one thing, I don't think I'm able to just like filter, like even if you wanted to, like you'd have to have me some serious bullet points in general. if I can do my best to stay on topic if you have topics.
Right.
But if there's no topics, then there will be many topics that bounce off the walls.
Tangents are fine because it's part of us, like I don't want us to not be us doing a podcast, because that wouldn't be fun.
I'm pretty much sold. This sounds Sweet. Fun.
What I'm thinking is the way we do it. Like, okay, my my title idea is like, because like we make up words. You make up more words than I do when we
I
have our
definitely do.
conversations. But I did it in conversations in sunglasses with I want to say with Molly just recently, and I made up a word and it worked. And I'm like, it's a word now. And I'm like, okay, yeah. It's
Yeah.
just a thing. Um, so I was thinking we'd call it autodidactica, which is like, because we don't have degrees, we're not geniuses. Like, maybe we're morons, maybe we're geniuses. We're just gonna share our wisdom and or foolishness on any given topic, and do our best as autodidacts to be knowledgeable about what we're talking about.
Like I'm already like viewing this sort of like the way our youth Sundays were formatted,
Oh yeah.
where you first show up and it's dinner and icebreaker,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go to what was it, topic,
Yeah, we
and
went to I don't remember what we called them off the top of my head, but yeah, we split up
it
for
was
our
it was yeah it was like
senior high,
dinner,
junior high thing.
icebreaker, activity, topic, and then like
Worship.
closing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like I'm already sort of visualizing it sort of like that, where like sort of like what you were saying, we just show up, talk about our day or
Mm-hmm.
whatever BS. Yeah, so like I'm down with this format
Cool.
already. Name and all of that can come later, but I like the autodidactica.
Well, because that's another thing. Like, you need a name that stands out in the
And that
podcasting
definitely
world.
stands out.
Cool.
I mean, autodidactica erotica is what comes to mind already.
Right. It sounds like so many words. What I want to do is kind of block out a year of topics before we even start, which would be flexible. But it's kind of
Yes.
like we never get together and have to before that episode figure out what we're going to talk about. Like, we'll have a
So,
list of like, here's what we're going to talk about in episode 1, here's what we're going to talk about in episode 12, like
oh,
for. But if there's something else that comes up between things that's a more pressing topic that we want to talk about, like say World War III,
right,
perhaps we
right.
shouldn't
That's what I
ignore
was just
that.
about to mention.
Mm-hmm.
Is we live in turbulent times,
Yeah.
and so I mean, and that could also be worked into the format where there could be one of the topics. Every episode could be a generalized topic of current events.
I feel like any given topic, you and I could easily talk for 2 hours and have to make ourselves wrap it up.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm
Um.
kind of partial to just one main topic per episode,
That's a good
but
idea.
just because we're both so
Right. Right.
loquacious, that I feel like it would be hard to to wrap it up before we have a 7-hour episode if we're doing multiple
Right.
topics.
Right.
1 hour later.
My dad watched Dune for the first time the other day, and he had to take a nap in between. Like he had to pause it in the middle, and he went and did some yard work, came in, took a nap, and then started it up again.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's not a short film.
And he was like, "What the hell is going on?"
Yeah, a lot of it makes sense in the novel.
And he was like, "What the hell did I just watch?" He's like, "You're telling me we're in the year like 3000, 3 billion, and they're using swords?"
1 hour later.
It's like, it'd be like a book titled like Polygamy, the Beatles, and Murder. Like
that should be one of our topics.
1 hour later.
These were my youth minister's readers. He gave them to me at a funeral last year because I didn't have my readers on me, and he was like trying to get me to put his number in my phone so we could get coffee. And I'm like, I can't see. And he's like, here you go.
God, I want
Always have
whole
two pairs.
statement printed on a T-shirt.
That whole statement.
These are my youth minister sometimes. He gave them to me at a funeral because he was trying to give me his number, and I was like, I can't see. And just random strangers trying to read my damn T-shirt and be like, what the hell?
1 hour later.
Those are the same. Yeah, those are the same song.
Is
There's
it?
different
I think
parts.
they're two different songs. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But
Yeah, no, it goes da 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 da.
Okay.
And then it goes into
No, then it goes I don't.
Yeah,
I think
don't
they're
know.
two.
I thought
We'll
they were
figure
part
it
of
out.
the same song.
3 weeks later.
And like in regards to domestic girlfriend, I think we mentioned this before, but like I am pervertedly curious with like what went down for like the 5 years that Rui and Natsuo were living together with Hina and their kid under the same roof. Like,
Right?
Like, was Natsuo hitting that?
1 hour later.
Like, I don't think they discounted the female orgasm or anything, but like you look at the like I guess attitudes in the Victorian era were kind of like women, sex is for men pretty much.
Yeah.
It's not about making a woman feel pleasure, but I'm sure there were men who were considerate lovers in all eras.
3 weeks later.
If you're Mr. Career and your wife is being sexually neglected for 7 freaking years, and you realize 7 years in that you've been negligent in your marriage and try to make things work, and she comes home stumbling drunk and you confront her if she's asked if she's had an affair or if she's cheated and she says yes and that she's in love with the guy, do you blame her? Or like do you see how complicit you are in what has happened?
Not immediately, that's for sure.
Mm.
Not definitely not immediately. I would just be like, you're a cheater.
Mm-hmm.
You sleep on the couch. Like, I'm going to go get a hotel or something like that. Like,
yeah,
I'm not staying here. Like, you'd be completely irate.
2,000 years later.
You know, ostrich. Yeah.
Ostrich. You made it hard to say.
Yeah.
Ostrich is ostrich eggs. It is a word, and ostracization.
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 Yes, we said it.
Jesus Christ! I need a drink now.
I know. That was ridiculously difficult.
That was one for the books, man. All right, man.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for. Yep. We just filmed Glenn and Matt the movie, by the way. It's like 4 hours long.
Director's cut.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. All right. Well, I'll talk to you later. Have fun.
Right,
have good dreams. Oh, I gotta close it. All right. Bye.
Later.